come in here and do some kind of artistic expression, man. It's so cool, man.
That's going to be the description. It's just sorry, mom, sorry, mom, sorry, mom, sorry, mom, sorry, mom, sorry, mom. I was like, okay, great. I beat this level and my friend's alive.
I just really got into it. It's a good piece, man.
If 8-year-old me just got a glimpse of what this is like,
Holy shit.
Hell yeah, dude. That looks awesome. Dude, you went like the extra mile with incorporating the crystal and the gem in the dagger. I didn't even think of that.
Like I say, I got my moments.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you know, I saw it and it's a relatable shape.
Yeah.
To, you know, the dagger handle, and then whenever I started seeing some of the other images, I was like, man, I can make this thing so much Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Especially people that know.
Yeah. I didn't want a character or cartoon or something like that. Like, I don't know what it is. I just don't want that on me. But like little symbols or emblems from it that mean something to me is pretty cool. I'm excited for this. And this one's like my first tattoo. I wanted to. It's like the ramp, the wild ramp, and like they grow and I mean they grow in different parts of Appalachia. But me and my papa would dig them up together.
Oh really?
I mean he's still alive, but yeah. We would dig them up when we go fishing. And I wanted something West Virginia, but I didn't want the not logo. I didn't want the outline of the state or something that was like, oh, West Virginia. I wanted it to be something that's kind of a symbol or emblem. Yeah. Also, sorry, Mom. I'm getting another tattoo. She did not like the first one.
Yeah.
Which my older brother got the first tattoo in the family. He got it on his chest. But it was a Bible verse, so.
What did your mom not like about it?
The fact that you're marking your body. It's like a...
Can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery now.
We are not Jewish, but it's just been a thing of hers for a while. I don't think my dad is super into it, but he's not going to say much. One of my favorite stories that my brother tells, I'd never heard this until my bachelor party. He got this tattoo, and Mom did not like it. So she was crying and in the bathroom and not coming out. And I remember waking up, and my dad was standing over my bed. He was like, your brother did something stupid. Got a tattoo. Mommy's locked in the bathroom crying. I'll be back. See ya. Bye. He didn't want anything to do with it. So he's like, call me when you get back. Call me when she's done. Bye. And then, but when Jared first got it, my brother, Dad called him and was like, you're going to have to tell your mommy. I ain't telling her because I'm the one that has to live with it. I'm the one that has to deal with it. So he wouldn't come home until my brother showed her. So it was like, I don't know how late it was. And he kept calling my dad, and he was like, did you tell her yet? No, I ain't coming. Call me when you do. Bye. So.
I love how your dad says bye.
Bye.
It starts with an M.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
I say that with my friends now. Bye. Yeah. But,
so tell us about this tattoo here.
So this is, it's got a wampa fruit with a dagger going through it. And wampa fruit is from video game Crash Bandicoot. I played a lot as a kid on like the PS1, PS2. And I just became obsessed with it as a kid. Like I feel like, I mean, those were the games that were in the house. Like if there was a Sonic or Mario one, I mean, I probably would have been into that. But I loved this one because we had it, and it was different than the others. And me and my brothers would play it and had fun. And I would play it with some of my friends. I was thinking the other day, like, why I became obsessed with it. And I think when I was like 8, one of my buddies, Ike, we were sledding. And before that, we were playing Crash Bandicoot. And then we were like, let's go sledding. And we went with our older brothers, and they had these like wooden, like, you know, rosebud sleds. And so we were like bombing this hill, but our brothers were guiding it, and we were just holding on to the back because we were really little. And then Ike wanted to go by himself. And I was like, nope. So I went with my brother, and he went by himself, and we got to the bottom of the hill, and we saw his older brother Cam running down, throwing all his gear off and gloves. And he was like, Ike's got a stick in his head. Ike's got a stick in his head. And we were like, oh, shit. So his mom was in the car, and she guns it up the hill, and we see Ike sitting there, and he's got a stick in his head, and it's just dangling. And he's like trying to shake it out. And the way it would wiggle, I remember I looked up over the passenger seat. They said, don't look, Seth. And I went, and then it was wiggling, and then I just felt like everything left my body. And then I was like, my friend's dead. And then they took him to the hospital, and I went back to the house and played Crash Bandicoot thinking my friend's dead. And then I played it until I found out he was alive. And I was like, okay, great. I beat this level and my friend's alive. But I just remember during that time being like, just play a game and not think of the stick that was sticking out of my friend's head.
Let me play this game about this coyote so I don't have to think about mortality.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a bandicoot, but,
Well, what's the difference?
I like marsupial. Coyotes are mammalian.
I love how defensive you just got. You say bandicoot.
Bandicoot, because it's funnier.
All right. Yeah. Just checking.
It's actually bandicoot, I guess.
All right. No, but I don't never change.
Okay.
Yeah. How did that feel? He just went right into you.
It's not that bad.
All right.
Yeah, top of the thigh isn't too bad.
Yeah.
You stayed right on task. All right, Boodro, I'll let you do your thing.
All right. So you said bachelor party.
Yeah.
So you're a newlywed?
Yep, I got married September 17th this year, 2022, year of our Lord.
So how has that been?
It's not much different. I mean, we've been together since she was 19 and I was 20, and I'm 26 now. So, I mean, it's not that different, but the way I describe it to my friends, married or not married, is like I've always been in love with her, but it's like I'm more in love with the thing we're doing, like the life we're building, and that's really cool. Like, it's like I sit and think about what we're building together, not to sound corny, and it's like I'm in love with that. And so it makes it more exciting than when we were just dating and just living together and whatever. But it's cool to have a piece of paper with it. I mean, not that that matters or anything, but it's pretty cool to have that. And my wife, like having that is a neat little thing, and I can also use it as excuses when I don't want to be somewhere. Like, I got to get home to the wife. I like that one. The old dreadnought. No, but
you talk like somebody's older uncle.
Yeah.
Dreadnought. Who says that?
Somebody's old uncle, I guess. Just been around a lot of old people, I guess, when I was younger.
So you said your grandfather
Yeah.
still alive.
Yeah.
So I know, like, I'm not going to expose your stand-up, but I know I've watched your stand-up online.
Yeah.
And you have jokes about your grandfather.
Yeah.
Do you have jokes about your wife?
Not that any that work, I feel like, yet. Like, I mean, I'm still like an open micer, so I don't have anything that's like worked out, nailed down, like, oh, this is, they'll like this. It's like, let's see if this works with her.
You haven't been booked on a show?
Huh?
You haven't been booked?
Yeah, I've been booked, but I mean, like,
not an open mic.
yeah, well,
You've been booked.
the conversation or there are different schools of thought on that, I feel like, but
Oh, I'm out of range.
it's like before I got booked, I was like, okay, whenever I get paid to do this, I'll be a comedian. And then I got paid for it. And I was like, I still feel like an open micer, you know? Like, I'm only a year in, so.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm still at the point where it's like, okay, I have to go see if this is funny first. Like, I have to see if people laugh at this before I just go up and do it at a show. Shows are fun, but then, like, open mics, it's like, I got to see if this works first or how to say it or whatever, you know?
I don't know if you ever lose the got to go see if it works.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I find what works in your head doesn't necessarily work.
Yeah.
Because your ideas always sound good in your mind.
Yeah.
So did you do honeymoon? Did you do traditional honeymoon, all that stuff?
After we got married, we went to the Greenbrier, the resort in Greenbrier County, West Virginia. We stayed there for a weekend, and I don't have a lot of money. I'm getting tattooed. I'm getting tattooed at like 3 p.m. at work, so I don't have a lot of money. So
I would argue to say that your life is pretty good
Oh yeah, it's
and you
great.
could say that same sentence.
That's true.
I'm getting tattooed at 3 o'clock at work.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. But I don't have. We're gonna do something eventually, and it's like this is our honeymoon and whatever. She wants to go to Greece, some island in Greece. So I really want to save up for that. I think she'd really like that. Or the Keys. She talks about the Keys a lot. Florida Keys.
Florida Keys? Is
Yeah.
she gonna bury you out there?
I don't know. Is that like a place that people get murdered at a lot?
Yes.
Oh,
Man, that's like a
didn't know
great
that.
place to dump a body.
I wondered why she wanted to bring a shovel.
Yeah.
No, she likes the cats.
No, best way to get rid of a body, wrap it in cyclone fencing, weigh it down with bricks. The cyclone fencing's galvanized, so it won't rust away that fast. And then it'll.
Where'd you
hold
learn
on.
this, Boudreaux? From one of your
hold
clients?
That's that swamp knowledge.
I've just thought about it a lot.
Swamp knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just thought about it a lot. You
Yeah.
know, people would put people in crab traps. You know.
And the crabs eat them, right?
Yeah, I mean, man.
Deadliest catch.
Yeah, nature's garbage disposal.
But yeah, she likes the Keys.
So, what does she think about stand-up?
I remember the first time I told her I was gonna do it. We were in bed, and I was like, I think I'm gonna go tomorrow because it felt like I was gonna explode if I didn't at least try. I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna go kill. It was like I have to do this and try it. And I remember she cried because she was like scared that I wasn't gonna do like she's like I don't think you're gonna do bad, but like I'll be in. She gets like secondhand embarrassment, like when someone's sang in class. It's just like I'd bury my head, even if they were good. It's just like, oh, I gotta bury my head. And she cried, and then she was like, but then eventually she was like, I'll go with you. Yowza! She didn't say that. She's like, I'll go with you. And then she came and saw how happy it made me, and getting to meet new people. And because when we first moved to Greensboro, we didn't know anyone because we got here. And it was like 3 normal months, and then the pandemic happened, and then it was like we lived in our apartment. It's like we didn't even live in Greensboro. It's like we just lived in this apartment forever.
So your first foray out into public was
Yeah.
meeting a bunch of lunatics at an
Savages,
open mic.
yeah.
So, what made you come to Greensboro?
She went into grad school at UNCG. She did public history. That's what her graduate master's is in.
Gotcha.
So, and then I got a job here, literally like my first place I applied for, Spectrum News. And I was like, I'll find a job. And then I applied on LinkedIn, and they're like, hey, you want to come down? I was like, sure, and got it immediately. So it just worked out perfectly, and was there for like a year, and then the pandemic happened. During it, I got laid off because they were just switching stuff around, whatever. It was all amiable. I like that severance I got. Thank you, Spectrum, please. So it was fine. And then I had to find something else. And I wanted to get back into photography, video. Because I originally, when I was in Huntington, West Virginia, where I'm from, I was at SAZ as a news photographer. And I wanted to get back in that. And I applied at some other news places, but the hours, I was sick of the hours. I was sick of, it was like, you start in, you're going to be working graveyard or night shift or whatever. And that was a thing, too, when we first moved here. It's like I didn't even have a chance to meet people because I worked from like 2 to 11. It's like, what am I going to do, So, and I was going to do that, and then I decided maybe I'm done with news. I mean, I liked it when I was in it, and it's fine, but I don't think I could go back now. I was a producer for a while, like news producer, so I'd be in the newsroom writing, telling where the cameras were to go, working with reporters and stuff. So I did like the 10 o'clock shows. And I was just, wanted to try something else. It wasn't so much that I was sick of it. It was just like, I don't know if this is what I want to do forever.
But at a news gig, like, was that creative, or was it just kind of like, this is what I do to make a living?
It was a little bit of both. Like I went home and I was like, I did something cool today. Like, I wrote a story about this person doing whatever. But at Spectrum, we did a lot less crime stuff, so I felt a lot better about that. I got pretty burnt out writing about dead kids and stuff. And where I was like, And I mean, you know, it's news. You got to do it. People got to know. But, you know, I just got kind of burnt out on that, and it takes a toll on you kind of mentally a little. And so,
I mean, the thing about it is, and I don't know, you know, traditional producer role, like, you know, there's no chiming in off the camera and stuff like that and all. Like, I'm sure you have a earpiece in somebody's ear.
yeah.
But, you know, you're not contributing in real time.
No, I don't get on the news and be like, penis?
Penis, okay.
Yeah, but I would talk to the anchors and everything, and you kind of form a relationship like that. Where I was in Huntington, it's like I was with the anchors and reporters and everything, and you form pretty cool bonds with them. I learned a lot from the anchors and reporters and everything. But when I was in Spectrum, it was like they were in Raleigh or Charlotte, and I was in Greensboro, and so you never really got to form that same kind of bond. But, oh, yeah, one time, sometimes the wires get crossed, and producers are heard over the air. There was one time, I wasn't there for this, but there was one time in Huntington, I'll spare the names, but there was one guy that was in the booth, and something went wrong, pulled up the wrong stinger or whatever, and came up over what it wasn't supposed to be, and then the wires got crossed, and everyone on air just heard a "God damn it!" and then that was it.
We need to find that. We need to find that piece of video. So
That's got to be lost media. I don't know where that is.
We got to find it so we have a little sound drop.
It's weird right now having you back there. It's like I'm in the passenger seat of my own car.
I know you're gonna hate what I'm doing over here.
Are you doing the fades? Please don't.
No,
do the
no
fades.
fades. But I had to move some shots. We're mostly staying on one shot the whole time.
Okay.
You're gonna do the job of being the guest and the person getting tattooed and producing over.
Yeah,
until
I wear many hats.
Yes.
I have a big head.
Yeah. It just seems painless. Is it painless?
It hurts, but you know it's in an area where it's like. I would imagine this would be 10 times worse on my ribs. Like we had Dara in, and I was just like, oh, I don't want to get it there. I never want to get one on my ribs.
But you're not missing words. You're like when you're telling the story.
I am rambling. I feel like I'm talking a lot.
You are rambling. I was like, did he smoke or something before
no,
this? Or?
I'm glad you guys came in because I'm just like.
and then I made my girlfriend cry.
Yeah.
That is something that everybody who's been on has said. Oh, I felt like I'm rambling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it help? Because I guess it would help.
It helps. Yeah. I do that all the time. Like anytime I'm doing something I'm nervous about or anything, I'll talk to myself. Like whenever I remember back the news stuff, I remember my first story. I went out by myself in the news van, and I was driving, and I was like talking like, "Oh, don't fuck this up," and talking the whole time. And then I got back, and they're like, "You know, we have cameras in the car."
You were talking to yourself.
Yeah, they have
great.
dash cams in there for insurance stuff, and they're just like, "You know, we got cameras in there." And I was like,
Well, it happened with Tom a few times. He had the lav mic on, and he'd go outside, and he'd just stop pacing like Tom does, and I could hear him, so I just cut it off. But
I cut it off too.
Yeah.
Before I say something that you.
Sometimes I mean, we don't listen, but sometimes you do walk out, and you're like, I missed that one fucking thing.
Yeah.
I have had people in news pee while their headset and everything was still on, so I heard their pee, and they washed their hands, so that's good.
Yeah, that is good. That is good. You got any, Ellen? What are you feeling about this?
I don't know. It looks really sweet.
Thanks.
When he keeps wiping it, does it hurt?
No, it's not the wiping. It feels like he's got a little needle and he's re-knitting my skin and my molecules.
I was expecting more blood.
Ha! When he gets over to that side, it hurts a little
Oh yeah.
more.
Oh, that's the first time I've heard you have any pain about it.
I've done 3. I think I've done
Okay.
3.
So where it's streaky and stuff, that
Comes off.
that cleans up.
That's the surface.
Oh, okay. But
Just
the
nodding my head
the
in
lines
agreement.
are the stuff that's down between the 3rd and 4th layer of skin.
Yeah, that's where it's sitting.
Right.
It feels like it. This is my 4th layer of skin.
Yeah.
Hey, you're going too deep now. Hey.
But the lack of blood, that means it's in the right place too. And then you're moving the correct speed because you're packing enough ink in there that you're kind of like clogging it up, you
Right.
know. But if it was bleeding, like if you ever get a tattoo and you have just blood running down your arm or torso or something,
Something's wrong.
Yeah, get the hell out of here, out of there. That person is severely fucking you up.
Okay.
Are my lips really chapped?
The top
I didn't want to
looks
say
like
anything.
A little. A little.
A little?
I didn't want to say anything, but
Anybody got any chapstick?
you share chapstick?
I don't care.
Yeah. No, I don't have anything.
I'd rather get a little bit of germs than my chapped lips be forever.
I do
on
have some
something.
Carmex. Go ahead and take over, Owen.
Take it over.
Yeah. You're the one thinking about getting a tattoo.
Yeah, what do you think?
Remember that your mic is on, Tom.
Looks pretty sweet.
He's walking back there. He's going to start calling your names. No?
Stupid.
You got any questions,
asbestos
Owen?
lip boy.
What's up?
You got any questions?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. I thought it would hurt because I don't have big legs, but it's.
You're fine, Tom. That's right.
God, how old is this?
Don't. You're the one
Look
saying
at
I'll
him.
use old ones. I
Hey,
pulled
wait,
a-
I'm not doing.
he said,
If
I'll
it's
take
somebody
any.
else's Carmex, no problem. But if
Yeah.
it's past its expiration date,
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got like
Peel
pocket.
off,
It's got
man.
like pocket lint in it.
Yeah, this is old. It's old.
Looks like it saw a second bush.
Hey,
administration.
thanks for the favor. Let me make
Yeah,
fun of you.
you mean thank you.
Yeah. I'm in pain. Leave me alone. It's a trauma response.
Okay. Now, I was a little interested that your girlfriend cried when she realized you wanted to do comedy. Had she already heard your jokes?
No, she was scared I would she's scared I would do bad and then be like upset
Right.
because I had talked about it so long. So,
That makes sense.
and I wanted her to come because I was like, come, because I don't know anyone and I want at least someone to at least fake laugh at whatever it is.
Right.
So,
had you been writing material?
yeah, I had been the whole time I was locked inside.
Did you
I
run
hate,
it by
I hate,
her?
no.
Oh,
No, I hadn't. And all that stuff I hate now, except for like one thing.
yeah, you should.
Yeah. Like I went through my notes the other day looking for something and it was from that time and I was just like, this is dog shit. I don't want to use any of this. But I mean, I'm sure it's just the fact that I'm not at the level. I'm like Tronny says, not all. It's like you don't know how to use it yet, the sword or something like that. I
Right.
don't know.
And some of it is dog crap. You know, is some of
Yeah.
it is the jokes that since you've been to open mics, you're like, oh, I've heard 8 people that I
Yeah.
think are terrible at comedy do
What?
this
There's
bit.
other Chick-fil-A jokes?
Yeah.
There's other dating app jokes?
There-
Nobody has any jokes about weed though, so I'm working on. I got
You're
like a whole
safe.
30 minutes on that. We'll see how that goes.
it's really coming in, man.
Yeah. Ah, that one hurt.
I have a feeling like that top, as you get closer up, it's
Yeah.
gonna hurt. It's
No,
gonna be
it's
more
shrinking.
sensitive. If you were alone, would you be making more pain noises?
I don't think so. When I was, there was only twice when I got my first one where I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I made a noise, and the guy was just like, "You got it," and then I went through and it was fine. So
I do find that having someone there with me to talk to in case I need them has helped me every time I got it. But usually that only is important if I'm not like super vibing with the guy who's giving me a tattoo.
Yeah.
Would you have been saving up to get this tattoo if this wasn't
Yeah.
this wasn't in studio?
yeah,
Yeah. That's cool. So that's how much you probably tip then at the end?
huh?
Nothing.
It's like getting a free dinner at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I had wanted something kind of Crash Bandicoot for a while. I originally just wanted the character's face on there. Then Maisie talked me out of it. I was like, oh yeah, character.
What'd she say?
She was just like, I don't know. She thinks it's trashy. I don't think it's trashy. But
Were you gonna get him like wearing a bikini?
no. I was gonna get him holding a rebel flag actually. No. I wanted something that was not. I kind of wanted something that when people see it, they'll be like, what is that? And then I have to tell them. Or people who are really into the game or like knew all about it, be like, oh, hell yeah, dude, Crash Bandicoot. I didn't want it to be like cartoon character, you know? So.
Yeah, I'm interested that you just got married, so you're really at like the peak of how great that is, you know. And that you're not, and you're getting a tattoo, that you're not incorporating something from that in, which I'm not saying you should.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of surprised just after listening to
She
you
wants me
talk.
to get a tattoo of a candy heart on my butt with her name in it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that.
That's adorable.
yeah, it
Yeah.
is cute, but
You
I
can
might
put her-
do that.
You can put her initials in the handle.
Seth's
You know what I
name?
mean?
Yeah, like, I'm gonna get a candy hat with Seth's name on my butt.
then on the other one you can get Maisie's. You know,
Yep.
and we'll be
Tom's
there
right in the
forever.
middle.
Yeah. Betwixt the cheeks. Betwixt.
I guess with the last name of Payne, it would you should be able to take some.
You were trying so hard.
Yeah, I've heard them all. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I guess
Payne.
you would have. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Well,
She hasn't yet, right? She hasn't heard him yet. She's
No,
just
that's fair.
She hasn't. My best man at my wedding, like my best buddy, he had in the thing. He remembers his first memory of me was in like T-ball, and I walked up in front of the whole like team. I almost said class. In front of the team, it was like, "My name's Seth Payne. My last name's Payne because I like pain." And then I just went out and did horribly playing. I was like the worst. He was just like, "Oh, this kid's gonna be good," and then like I was terrible.
little Macy heard you say that, and she's crying.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, he's embarrassed himself.
This kid's gonna be good, and then
Yeah.
he comes out and he's you.
Yeah.
Tattoos,
faster than I thought it was gonna
it is
be.
that moment of, oh, we're already done. You know what I mean? They're like, and I'm in the middle, and I'm like, oh, how much longer? I'm constantly worried about time, but one of the things I try to focus on is not worrying about the time. Do you intentionally, if somebody's asking you how much longer, is that a problem when they're getting tattooed?
If they ask me how much longer, they're going to get 5 minutes.
yeah,
5
yeah.
minutes.
Thank
5
you,
minutes,
5.
always 5.
And then whenever 5 minutes is up, it's like, well, that's 5 minutes. How much longer? And I was like, I don't know, probably about 5 minutes.
There you go.
You'll hear 5
Yeah, because
minutes
it takes as
before
long as it
hours.
takes. Yeah.
Yeah. The worst thing you can do is ask an artist,
Yeah.
how long is art going to take?
Yeah.
You know, it's there is.
And you know,
there is no time
you
limit.
don't go ahead and wrap this up though. You know.
Shake a leg.
Just shake a leg.
See,
I mean,
I've been around Tom too much.
I don't like. Yeah, this. He's making a lot of Tom jokes here recently. Tom, shake a leg.
you
He
need
never
break-
would have said that before you.
Well, he's learning. You know what I'm saying? You use every part of the buffalo.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Do you do that, Owen? Do you catch yourself doing Tom jokes? You're just like the old man.
sometimes. I mean, we had whole bits together, so I mean, of course.
The axe murderer one. I heard
Yeah.
that one. I like that one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Did we
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Nobel Peace Prize winner or an axe murderer.
Oh, look how easy that cleans up.
Hell yeah, dude. That looks awesome.
That
is
should
so
be that
sweet.
should be like a commercial for like a product that cleans things. Look how quickly.
Shame.
Oh, that looks great compared to what it just looked like before that.
Tom was like, "You're making a big mistake."
I can't believe you're getting such a messy tattoo.
Oh, wow, that looks really clean and cool. Like,
That's freaking sweet.
that is sweet.
Cool. So what I was talking about on relating this more to the neo-traditional shading, I got a light blue. So because it's red, yellow, green, right?
Yeah.
Or no, green, yellow, red. Along the edge right here, I was
Yeah.
gonna do like a light blue, like it's just catching a little bit of light.
Yeah.
Which was kind of a traditional thing, not super traditional, but a little bit. So
Yeah,
that's-
man.
All right.
I trust you completely. It's, along with the style, and sometimes I mean like the shading, the shadow in the game, it'd be like as it's spinning, it would catch it like that.
Gotcha.
So,
That looks great, man.
I really love the banner. That's like my favorite part. That's what I was like, what am I gonna put on the banner? And I was like, oh, because he would say "whoa" in it. So, and it's kind of like mom, but not really.
What do you mean?
Sorry, mom. Like they get like the heart tattoos and it says mom on it.
In the
Yeah.
old traditional style
Yeah.
tattoos.
What kind of fruit is that? Is that a
It's a
pear?
wampa fruit. It's made up. It's not real.
It's a fruit from the video game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You could always tell when someone's a fake fan when they're like, "Oh, apricots." I was like, "Wampa fruit."
Tom, how much?
I don't even know the game.
How much would we have to pay you to get that exact tattoo in the exact same spot?
There's a number.
There is a number.
everybody's
And
got
don't be
a
one of
price.
those fucking people who's like, you know what I mean? I got cash in the other room. I run over there. I hit the ATM real quick. How much? Same exact tattoo. You just said how clean it looks, how nice it looks. It means nothing to you. How much does it cost?
Yeah.
He was just being nice.
$7,614.
I appreciate the
cents?
real response.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. That's a good number. Yeah.
Or just
now
$7,000.
I have you on video, so that is locked in.
Binding contract now.
I'll be back on the 28th.
That's right.
I don't know. Like as easy as that was. Like I don't know. I feel like it's convincing me
Tom's
that.
so getting a tattoo with Owen, dude. He just is. I brought up the idea of them sharing an experience together, and he's on it.
Yeah, I do love the idea. I love the idea of getting tattoos with my kids. So, you talked about tattoo. You might, just for people who are watching, Owen's mom is in studio. Owen's been thinking about getting tattoos for quite a while. What are the tattoos you've been thinking about?
I've been thinking about getting it was a pendant that me and my mom got from a yard sale, because we used to go yard sailing all the time on like Saturday mornings and stuff. So pendant here, and then one of Dad's the newest album by Tom Simmons.
Available on Spotify.
Available on Spotify.
It's one of those undies.
Yeah, so it's basically just the album cover, but like more stylized.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is that a thing you did because you're like this will be my in? My parents will have to be like,
Soften
yeah,
the
go
blow.
ahead. You know what I'm saying? Soften it up, and then from there you go crazy.
No, that was just the first thing that was actually meaningful that I thought about. Because
Okay.
I wasn't trying to get just something stupid.
Right.
So
Well, I don't know. That's
How does
kinda
that does that change your opinion on him getting tattoos at all, Tom?
Weirdly, yeah. So yeah. I don't know why. It's just so. That's like a selfish thing of my own. Like, look at that.
My son's got
That's
a
my
QR
son.
code of
Well,
my albums. on it.
yeah. It just brings
he made me a dot thing with my QR code.
Yeah,
where it
get
sends him all
that,
my
so-
stuff. Can you get that? And then
So
just
it brings
give
up
him
all your
that.
social media.
Yeah.
I'll implant that card into my wrist or something.
Yeah.
Is it the things that he's getting, or is it the fact that he put some thought into it and it's more meaningful than you had anticipated?
It's exactly that's you said that better than I could have. Yes.
Dude, I'm in love with this. This
Yes.
is awesome. I can't stop looking at it.
Yes.
Yeah, color. Oh, color. I like line better.
The line hurts less.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think that's because there was a little break in between?
Maybe.
Maybe the stopping and the starting.
Yeah, probably. Like
You'll
I'm just like,
probably-
I got this.
You'll settle in about a
Yeah.
minute.
Is it the same number of needles? You were talking earlier about how you do like a.
No, this is 11. I lined with an 11, but this one's a curve mag, so it's like
I'm not looking.
flat and in a curved shape,
Right.
and so the liner is in a circle shape. It's more like a pinpoint, but it's 11 individual needles.
Why is what does the shape of the needle do for you?
Yeah.
So it'll just give you a softer edge. So whenever you're kind of flaring out your color and stuff like that, it'll give you a softer edge.
Does it feel softer, Seth?
No.
It feels like the Aladdin sword.
Yeah, I can answer that one. No.
Putting the different shades, like it looks like you're spreading it out, like laying little pieces of white, and that you're going to paint around, or you.
So the white's going to act as highlights.
Right.
So I'm using, I've mentioned her before, Val Taboo. I'm using her
Yeah.
technique.
She laid a lot of people. So a lot of people believe that you go dark first and then work light and later, and she's of the belief that you go light first and work the color in later. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I was talking to you about could you do American traditional, you're like, it's not a specialty, but yes. I was like, that was enough for me to trust you. I was just like, okay, if you've done it and you do it. You know.
Oh yeah, I am gonna be honest.
Yeah.
This is not a time to lie. This is not a time to boast myself. This is a time to be transparent and honest.
Yeah, and that made me trust you more. So.
What does that mean, American traditionalist? What does that mean?
So is that
like
like
certain-
Sailor Jerry type
Yeah.
style?
Yep.
And we're kind of breaking that tradition a little with the orange, aren't
The old
we?
sailors.
Yeah, it was kind of a play on that. I wanted a little bit of the tradition, but also kind of break the rules a little bit. So
I like that.
I'm not like a purist or whatever.
What's your specialty? What's
I would say black and gray Renaissance pieces, like Renaissance art pieces.
So we have Serena in with Owen. Serena, do you have any thoughts on? Oh, that one hit him.
Yeah. I
Do
knew
you
that was gonna
have
happen.
Do you have any thoughts on Owen getting tattoos? Because that's been a topic of conversation here for a little while. Owen wanted them, and so that was one of the reasons we were interested to have him in here during this process. Do you have any? How do you feel about Owen and tattoos? And being 17, about to be 18, as the mom for 18 years in, your little baby gonna get some ink. What do you think?
He's not so little anymore.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like towering over her right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with tattoos as long as some thought is put behind them. I work in the substance abuse treatment industry, so obviously a lot of people with tattoos. And I've talked to a lot of people, asked them if they knew, if they had tattoos that they didn't like anymore, that they wish they hadn't have gotten.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do have one or two that they wish they hadn't have gotten, but everybody has always told me, I'm keeping it because that was a part of my life.
Yeah.
Was what happened then. So.
I just pictured them pointing at one that says, "Which one do you regret?" And they point and it says, "This one."
I actually want to get that tattoo now.
This one.
So when you hear Owen talk about describing the tattoos that he wants, what went through your head with that?
Well, when he first told me what he wanted, he said he wanted tattoos. I was like, you're kind of young. You really want to put some thought behind them,
Yeah.
And so then he told me about the pendant one. I instantly got huge tears.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, okay.
It means you put the thought behind it. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of thought and something that obviously, which is weird because I barely remember the pendant. And
Right.
So it means something to him. And,
Yeah.
Which is good.
It's great.
But yeah, that and the baseball stitches, right? You were talking about the baseball stitches.
Yeah, I was also talking about I was talking about getting baseball stitches for like years.
Yeah.
I mean, since I was like 10. But
And that's not like a small thing for you. Baseball is like a huge part
my
of your
whole
life.
life. So
Right.
I mean,
It's funny. I remember
Microphone.
telling him one time when he was younger that wherever he got hit with a baseball, he should have gotten like little tattoos. Or
Oh,
stitches,
yeah.
like everywhere he got hit,
Yeah.
because he had a lot of times he got hit with balls where you could see the stitches like in
Whoa,
the
yeah.
yeah.
skin. And I just thought that would be really funny.
It's pretty cool you didn't move. You just let that skeeter bite you.
Yeah.
As they say,
Let
right?
that skeeter bite you.
That's what they'd say.
let that skeeter
Let
bite
that skeeter-
you.
You guys
Wake
never
up
played
on
baseball
first.
in West Virginia? Come on. Let that skeeter bite you. Don't be afraid.
Are you Seth? When you go home, you go tonight. You'll be there tomorrow for the holidays.
Yeah.
And your mom wasn't super excited about your first tattoo.
I'll wait till this episode comes out. To let her know.
So you're not going to bring
So
it
you'll
up.
be wearing some pants.
Will you bring it up while you're in?
No.
You won't.
Not
Okay,
going
good.
to ruin the holiday.
So no short shorts this weekend.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
no, she did find out about my first one accidentally. I kept it a secret for a year.
Really?
I didn't show. I always wore jeans when I'd visit, and it'd be like 90 degrees. I'd be like, "Hey, mom." But I kept it a secret until I sent a picture of me and Maisie at the beach.
Oh.
And I made sure to make my leg face the other way so she couldn't see it. And then there was a corner of it. And she sent back, "Oh, looks lovely. What's that on your leg?" And sent the emoji like this.
Yeah.
And I just sent, "Oops." And then she sent a GIF from Independence Day of Jeff Goldblum going, "Oops." Don't say oops. What do you mean oops? She likes
That's a
Independence
fun.
Yeah,
thing.
she took that one better because I wasn't there. And
That's how
also,
my mom-
brother's trailblazed for
Your
it.
dad didn't have to leave for a week or
No,
whatever?
no.
That's how my mom found out I had tattoos. I was 14.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just forgot to cover it up. I was just probably smoking a cigarette, grabbing a beer. She was like, "What's that thing?"
So many layers to that.
I just want mine to say the plane, the plane.
The plane. Yeah, my brother's trailblazed
I get
for
a
me.
tattoo.
Because I was the first brother to get to play M games. I was the first brother to like go to bed later than 9:30. Like all my other brothers, like older brothers, kind of trailblazed. I think my oldest brother had a comb over till like high school. So
Right.
and he was the one who caught all the flack. He got his lip piercing, and then I think the day before Mother's Day, and then came to the house, and Mom was just,
The
Happy
worst
Mother's
gift
Day.
ever.
yeah. She
How
didn't know.
many brothers you got?
2.
So it's the 3 of you,
Mhm.
and one of them has a tattoo. Do all
Yeah,
three?
one of them has a tattoo right across his chest. It's a Bible verse, Jeremiah. I
Was
can't
an
remember what
old
it's be fishers of men, like that, because he had a buddy who really liked fishing.
Gotcha.
That's how he kind of remembers him.
Because that was a tattoo that you were thinking about too. Is a
rainbow trout. Yeah, I was thinking a rainbow trout.
What was the meaning behind that?
That kind of ties into the ramp one too. I got because we'd go trout fishing up in the mountains in West Virginia, and go trout fishing, and that I have a lot of cool memories there with grandparents and great uncles and a lot
It's
of
interesting.
stuff.
All your tattoos have to do with, and your viral jokes. They all have to do with Grandpa. What about Dad and Mom? Are they a little like You know what I'm saying? What about us? We're not in your act.
Seth is going to score a touchdown at the Super Bowl. I'd like to thank my grandpa.
Yeah.
Thank you, Papa.
How
Yeah,
much
he'd
would?
probably be mad I danced in the end zone. Act like you've been there, son.
That's fine.
Let that skeeter bait you.
Yeah, let that skeeter bite you. I like how you gave my Papa your Papa's voice.
My papa wasn't called Papa. He punched me in the face. I called him Papa.
What'd you call him?
You're like, you son of a bitch.
Peep peep.
Nah, it was Grandpa. Yeah, Grandpa.
I like a good grandpa.
Yeah, he was a stiff Grandpa. Like no. Hey, Grandpa.
Yeah.
It was fucking Grandpa. You know what I mean? So
It was
The
always
Papa
Papa.
I
thing-
never heard him talk with his without his teeth touching. You know what I mean? He always talks like this. It's fucking
That makes
Popeye
sense. That makes
sounds
sense to me.
this son of a fucking
That makes sense
bitch.
to me.
Goddamn. That makes sense to you? Fuck you, Tom.
No, I mean not because of you, but because of how you guys are always saying I'm angry all the time. You know what I mean? It's like,
Cantankerous. Yeah, that's the reason it doesn't come off. Maybe you don't think you're angry because you don't grit your teeth together.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. I talk with a full mouth.
Yeah.
By the way, Papa, it's used a lot in the South as for Grandpa, but there's not many cards for your Papa.
There's no Papa cards in the
Yeah.
greeting card
Like,
aisle. You're right.
it's- Yeah.
Grandpa.
Happy Papa Day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Gra-
grandfather.
Thanks for being a grandparent.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks
maybe
for
we need.
being
We
a
need some.
grandparent.
We need some Southern greeting
Meemaw,
cards.
that's my favorite. I
That
like Meemaw.
looks fabulous.
What? Oh, this? Oh, this thing?
Oh, this little thing.
Oh, this little old thing?
I'm really amazed by how fast it is, to be
Right?
honest. And I know it's
Oh,
probably
I
been
love
an
those
hour,
fingers,
but it's
man.
still fast.
Does that make you think you can get through it, Tom?
Yes.
Yeah. So I got $7,000. Says I
have
can't
to-
wait for you to get a matching tattoo with Seth.
Why do I have to? I could get my own tattoo.
No, I know, but this is funnier to me. You know,
Okay.
make it-
I was just gonna say earlier, like when I said that joke that was so bad, like thank God jokes don't last forever.
Oh, am I gonna sneeze
But it
here in a
would if
second?
it was a tattoo joke. Are you gonna sneeze?
Oh, I was talking to him. I wasn't like, everybody, I'm sneezing. I just
Okay.
didn't want him to be
Jarred.
4 layers deep in my skin. I go, we're good now. Yeah, but a lot of, I don't know, I just hung out with them a lot, my grandparents as a kid.
Yeah, don't let anybody shame you with your relationship with your grandparents.
Yeah. Also, I think my mom and dad would not like that. Mom would specifically not like something about her in tattoo form, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
She's not into tattoos. I wouldn't want to do that, you know?
Yeah, no, I understand. No, I understand you not wanting to do it, but it would be a weird. Yeah, if she did. Do you have any idea what it is about tattoos that she doesn't like? It's just marking the body that
Probably
God
marking
gave
the
you.
body, yeah. Body's a temple kind of thing.
Body's a temple that you put Taco Bell in.
Yeah. I wrote on the walls a lot as a kid, so, you know, we kept those up for a while. Yeah, I drew on the walls a lot as a kid.
We got the whole Simmons family in the visitors booth.
Yeah. Dumbest family in the room.
Yeah. If I'm just hallucinating all of this, I feel like if 8-year-old me just got a glimpse of what this is like,
Holy shit. This is what you would dream as an 8-year-old. You know what I mean? You'd be like just fucking falling asleep, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, I woke up, and then like I was in pain. There were people laughing and talking to me.
I'd sound like an old muse. There was a man with a paint brush gun, and another man with a headset and blinding lights. Yeah, I don't even like. I'm kind of in it now. It's not as bad.
Yeah, it's like once you those breaks really. It's like anything, right? Like fucking working out, right? Like that's why I don't do that anymore. I stop for 3 minutes and I'm done.
Done.
Too many breaks.
But yeah, brothers were trailblazers for sure. I got the least flack for a lot of stuff, so that I get that held over me by them. Oh, hey, I'm looking at it now.
You the youngest?
Yeah, I'm the youngest. I'm the baby boy.
Baby boy.
So.
By how many years?
I am 26. My other brother Jared, he is. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. He was born in '93, so that makes him what?
You're asking the wrong dude. Don't look at me for math.
29, and Aaron was born in '89. I remember the years they were born, but I don't remember.
Well, see, that's a joke I have on stage too. Is like people ask me how old my kids are, and I'm like, they were alive. Get off my back.
I wasn't responsible for them though, so it's a little bad on me.
Yeah.
But remember when you could name it to the month, or could you?
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you when their birth dates are, but I couldn't tell you which years specifically or how old they are. I'm like, 26, and then the other one's a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, Aaron doesn't have the lip piercing anymore, and Jared's tattoo is easily covered up, so.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah, my only requirement for Owen is like no face tattoos.
That's a good one.
Not a bad rule.
Come off the face.
Oh.
That one hit you.
Wow.
You found the clit.
Yeah.
As
I couldn't
Dusty would
imagine
say.
that on my face.
A clip? $7,000.
That's it? Yeah, I'd do it $7,000. I was like, I got to go wipe my nose. And, what's wrong, Seth? Nothing. Leave me alone.
I'll be back as soon as I come.
Hell yeah, dude. Look at us being diverse. We have women in here now.
That's right. We did it. we hit our quota for this year. Now we just got to do
Annie, Dara, and
now we just got to do one more next year, and we'll be good for the next 3 years.
Nice. Yeah, dude, I was on the fence about purple until you showed me the sketch, and I was like, oh, that's way different than.
Can you tell us a little bit about the colors, Boodro?
Yeah.
While we're looking at it, just what colors you're using, because they look a little. The shading is interesting to me. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so that's going to be like a steel gray on the dagger. I'm getting ready to put red in as a traditional tip. The Wampa fruit is going to have red at the bottom. I'm going to come back with a lighter green with the other machine. That way it's got a little bit more texture on it because that one's got brown on it already. The blue jewel at the top is from the game also. And then the purple jewel in the handle is also from the game.
It's a crystal.
Yeah, it's the crystals. Seth said he wanted to omit those because he didn't really want the purple. But then, man, it just made a perfect handle.
Yeah.
For the dagger, and I just couldn't let it alone. So he got a purple gem.
How many colors in total are you using?
Well, I'm a mix of pink. 1, 2, like 8.
Those
Nice.
leaves are awesome, man.
Yeah, and I'm a mix of pink. But yeah, it's a good piece, man. I really like whenever we talked about it. I had a good vision of what he wanted to accomplish, and then I just really got into it. And this really isn't my style. But I mean, maybe that's why I got into it. It's something that I normally don't do. And so, a little diversity never hurt.
Well, it looks great.
Yeah. That's why I picked it. I was like, dude, you got to get more diverse, man. That's why I picked it.
Good.
Can you mix tattoo ink like normal paint?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm about to make a pink here in a second.
That's really cool.
before I even got my first tattoo, I knew I wanted color. Like, I don't think I'll ever do just a black and white one. So I don't know what it is I like about the color a lot. Do you think, how often do people have to go back in to get color redone? Is that like a common thing, or is it just like...
So if you are an area where you have a lot of sun exposure, it's going to bleach out faster. While it's still an open wound, I always tell everybody, stay out of the sun.
Yeah.
Because, open wound.
Yeah, I'm going to worry about this one, I guess.
It will, the sun will definitely bleach it a lot quicker. But if you have a tattoo artist that has good quality inks, 10, 15 years.
Yeah, and you got that cage-free ink we got going on here, right?
Yeah, vegan.
Yeah.
Everything's vegan. Yeah, Eternal Ink, shout out. I'll take anything y'all want to give me.
It's so cool when like stuff comes out even better than when you expected it. Like that's kind of what's happening right now. And I'm not just saying that because you're poking me with needles, but
yeah, that's usually the goal.
When you say this isn't your normal style, were you able to incorporate what your style is into this style at all, or is it just you just go back to this other style?
No, I mean, like I'm a little bit of my color work and stuff is kind of coming through, like on the leaves and stuff like that.
yeah.
Because I'm not doing a traditional piece. Like I'm just not. I am, but I'm not.
Yeah, it's like a play on it. That
Yeah.
was really what I wanted to. So it's perfect. Like it's almost better that it's not your like specialty thing. It's like you're putting a little bit of what you do and a little bit of that too.
Exactly.
That's what I like.
Because I mean, the thing about it is if you look at my arms,
Yeah.
you'll see the leaves kind of closely relate to
Mhm.
that.
Yeah,
And I
when
did
I-
my arm, so
Yeah, and when I saw you do Dusty's tattoo, that was the color and the sky and the leaves like that. That was when I was like, okay, he knows color. I like that a lot. Shout out Dusty, if you're watching this one, watch the Dusty Cagle episode.
Yeah,
Fans of
definitely.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. I love the font on the lettering too.
yeah, I mean that's super traditional.
So that's gonna stay my skin, right? The banner will.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the banner's just gonna stay skin tone.
So it sounds like, Owen, your tattoo ideas are pretty well thought out. And I think for me, when I was your age, I had to wait to think about stuff that meant more to me. Because like I still liked this game when I was that age and whatever, but I was like, I didn't really understand why I liked it. Yeah. And then the ramp, and so it's pretty cool that you kind of already have an understanding of that. And like baseball's been a part of your life forever, and it probably will be.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that I'm trying to wait for just kind of more ideas to pop up before I go ahead and just be like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm going to get my whole sleeve tattooed, because I
Don't rush.
Yeah. So I'm not going to get like 30 tattoos in a year. I'm just going to try and like spread them out throughout my life. And that's just some stuff that has popped up over, 17 years.
I would maybe start with leg too. I'm glad I started with leg, and then I think I'm gonna work up like bing, and then maybe get ones up here. But I don't know. Just my first one, I was like, okay, if I wear pants, I can cover it up, and whatever. If I don't feel like talking about it or whatever, but I like getting closer to here. I'll probably get some up here later on, but sorry, Mom. That's going to be the description, is just sorry, Mom, sorry, Mom, sorry, Mom, sorry, Mom, sorry, Mom, sorry, Mom. I love you, Mom. Yeah, just sorry, Mom, I love you. And I'm not used to being in front of the camera. I'm like, are my lips still chapped? Is it really bad?
No, you look great. And you can edit it out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Just have a censor bar on my forehead. And my
Just
lips.
blur it up, yeah.
Yeah. I think my oldest brother, Aaron, will appreciate this too, because we would play it together sometimes, and he would help me with bosses I couldn't get. And he'd also make me really mad, like tease me. Like his favorite thing to do, I had particular trouble with these monkey enemies in the game. And after like they'd roll, they'd like beat their chest like this. And he'd say whenever I die, I had kept getting killed by it. And every time I die, he'd go, boo, you stink. And I was like 8. And he'd be, shut up. And then I'd get in trouble for yelling.
What
and
did
I
the
couldn't play
monkeys
game
do?
anymore. Huh?
What did the monkeys do?
Boo, you stink. But then he got really bored doing the same one because I was not learning how to adapt to it. So he'd make it go, stink you, boo. Sorry, that hurt. I almost got stink you, boo on the
Really?
commander. Yeah, but I thought that was too many letters, and I feel like I remember it a lot. But if I told my brother, it'd be like, I don't remember that. No, he'd probably remember that. Yeah, he doesn't have any tattoos, but he's the one who got the lip piercing.
Yeah, that's like a tattoo.
Yeah. He can still do the trick where he shoots water out of his lip.
I feel like
cool.
I feel like I go tattoo before lip piercing.
Yeah?
It's a kind
Personal
of
choice, yeah.
Yeah. He was a trailblazer, man.
You're sitting like a champ.
Yeah.
And, oh, yeah, I'm swinging the leg. I'm comfy now. I'm in it.
I just mean, yeah, you just, you're taking it. It's good.
If I did the knee jerk thing, like I just keep kicking Boodro.
That green's coming in.
Yeah. That's so sick, dude.
Yeah, you happy with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just
Oh,
what I
yeah.
say. Yeah, I go, yeah.
Yeah.
Stink you, boo. But I don't
It's
know.
such a cool look.
Yeah.
Especially with the little details that Boudreaux added in.
Yeah. That made it that elevated it so much.
So when
man.
you originally pitched the idea between the two of you, how many iterations of the artwork did you go through? When you
Two.
pitched it, just two.
Yeah,
Really?
dude, I had
It's
a
fantastic.
super clear idea.
Yeah, he nailed it, man.
Was that because he did he relate that to you in a very clear way, or you just understood what you were?
Like, essentially, we went over every detail. So there really was no mystery work. There was no guesswork at all. I mean, it was every bit of it. I probably the drops is the only thing that really we didn't talk about at all, but I was like, man, this fits.
Yeah, it fits the style too. And he knew the game too. Like I don't know why I always expected people like nobody knows this game, and it's like a really popular thing. So he knew about it. You were kind of insulted. You were like, I'm not that old.
Yeah, I'm not that old. I've been around since 8-bit.
Yeah, I think about the 8-bit stuff. I would, if I was gonna get a video game thing, I would get 8-bit.
Yeah, what would you get? Tecmo?
Nah, Tecmo's low on my list.
Yeah.
I would say my favorite games, probably of all time, are Super Mario Brothers 3 is one of my favorites, and Punch Out.
Ooh, Punch Out would be a good one.
Yeah.
What'd you get from Punch Out? Would you get Mike Tyson?
Nah, I'd probably just get Glass Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, first
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Make
something
it
about-
quick.
Yeah.
I'm really glad I went with this size too.
Oh, man, it looks so good. Fit your leg well.
I got the chicken legs, so it works out well, just right in the middle there.
Call that Audubon legs.
Yeah.
Dude, look at the color on that.
It's crazy.
No, it's okay. Come on over here, Tommy.
You're just in awe of my leg. Watch me
Well,
make
just
it dance.
how quickly it's gone from nothing to it looked like sort of a mess of black when he was doing the lining, and then how quickly it went like, oh, that's a cool one already, and then now look at it, just all those cool
Tom
colors.
has two mics on right now.
Well, this one's off.
I turned
Oh,
mine
okay.
off.
Tom thought I was gonna get a Jackson Pollock painting, I guess, in the beginning.
No, I didn't. No idea what you were getting. I've never seen a tattoo done. I don't watch tattoo program, any of that stuff. So
Programs,
yeah.
tattoo programs.
somehow I felt like you do the outline of it, and then he has to come back for the color. I just thought it was a bigger process.
You can do like multiple sittings.
Right.
But yeah, no, this one right here, this is no real need to send away for a second sitting.
Is it done?
Yeah, that's it, man.
Oh, dude, no way. Hell
What?
Yeah.
Wow. That took no time.
Now, do you think you could add a hand there? This is awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do any background or anything.
No, that didn't.
But I mean, I think that's something that we could think about.
Yeah.
And that would be a future ad. Like maybe like just a loose background from the game or something.
I love stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you can, add to it as opposed to kind covering up and such.
I could see like the ruins behind it, like with the faces in it.
exactly.
So what are your final thoughts on that, Sethy boy?
Dude, it's way better than I thought it was gonna be. Like I knew it was gonna be good, but this is just like amazing. I love the red on the end. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
It like I keep looking around, be like, oh, does it look weird this thing? And it's like just it's exactly how I wanted it, man. It's perfect.
yeah, awesome, man. I really appreciate you, doing the show, sharing
Yeah.
a little bit about yourself, man.
Sorry if I ranted.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. No, but I definitely appreciate it. I definitely appreciate you and Eric for everything that y'all do for me, man. 'Cause
Yeah, man.
It's so cool. The Creative Businessmen Studios, being able to come in here and do some kind of, artistic expression, man. It's so cool, man. I appreciate y'all.
Well, thank you for sharing your talent with us,
man.
Seth. Thanks for sitting, and thanks for letting us all be here hanging out. And
Thanks for letting us watch.
Yeah,
really
yeah. A window in.
Really cool.
Yeah,
Perfect
window
little
in.
family portrait.
take a couple pictures of that, Seth.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be able to get another picture of it when it's fresh done. And that's that, fellas. I appreciate you.
Hell yeah, dude. This is freaking sweet.